All right, welcome everybody to the Great American Little Town podcast for October 29th, 2025. This is our Halloween special, if you can't tell by our music. I want to introduce myself. I am your host, Sean Farmer. Although I am dressed as someone else tonight, I'm dressed as not Sean Farmer, but Dan is dressed as Dan.
Nope.
My co-host, Mr. Dan Denier.
How's it going?
he not only brought the costume, but he brought the voice.
Yep. You know what? I need.
It's the Sunny Boy.
Yeah, I need a little beer.
Oh man, you didn't bring me any beer.
Nope.
As you can see, we have.
I was late today. You know that? You know why?
Why is that? Why were you late today, Dan?
I had a hard time finding some place to park my tricycle.
Oh, right.
Yep.
Yes. All right, Sonny. As you can see, we also have a guest tonight. He doesn't talk much, but he's gonna sit here and enjoy the show with us. So, want to welcome everybody for tuning in, and for those of you watching faraway places, welcome. If you're in another state, another country, maybe you're watching from a haunted house or a graveyard or wherever.
Yep.
They have Wi-Fi in graveyards.
I don't know, but they got ghosts in graveyards. I've been watching some ghost hunting stuff. Ooh,
You believe all that stuff?
Sometimes
You believe it.
Sometimes. Before the show, we were sitting here before the show, and the light in the hallway went off for no reason. We're the only ones in the building.
Really?
Yep. The light went off, and then I heard a thud, and so I went and investigated.
Oh, it's because this used to be the old bar. It's haunted.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And then I came back in, and the light went off again. So,
yeah,
yep.
I don't know. Well,
boo.
Anyway, I want to remind you, I got to do our legal statement real quick. I want to remind everybody that the Great American Little Town podcast is an independent podcast. It's not associated with City of Galt. We're not affiliated with City of Galt. We are not a spokesperson or news platform for the city. We are here strictly for your entertainment and fun and everything else. We're strictly here just to have beer on the show, talk about Halloween. We got some fun stuff we're going to talk about tonight.
As far as the people watching know, this may or may not be beer. That's all I'm just going to say.
Well, I have a question. If it's not beer, then what else would it be?
It could be apple cider. Or, I don't know.
It could
near beer.
Remember the Dumb and Dumber movie?
Never drink near beer.
I wouldn't drink that if I were you, sir. Don't you tell me what to do.
It's the same color.
Anyways, we're going to give away some cool stuff tonight. So if any of you are tuning in, we're going to give everybody a multiple opportunity to win one of our prizes tonight. And how that's going to work is we asked some of you to send in some cool Halloween costume photographs of yourself. And we did get some. And we're going to share a bunch of cool ones from our childhood and Dan's childhood. And actually, Keon's got some. We're going to share some of those fun ones. And also some vintage, like some old-timey Halloween photos that we found online that are super creepy. It's
really creepy.
Yeah, really creepy stuff. But how you can win our prizes tonight is if you had sent us a Halloween costume picture, we will put your name in the drawing, which we've already done that for those of you who sent pictures in. We're also going to have a trivia question towards the end of the show, and whoever gets that will get their name in. And then I will also give everybody who's watching an opportunity by simply messaging us or emailing us or whatever a certain word that I'm going to give you in just a little while. So I'll give you the word. You can throw it up in the chat and Kellen will take your name down. Or you can, if you're not using our chat, you can email it to greatamericanlittletown@gmail.com and we'll be watching that. Or you can message us through Instagram and we'll pull all of your names out of those things. Whoever sends the word, as you do send the word, that's it. At the end of the show, we'll give you a last chance to do that. We'll give you a couple opportunities to send it. And then those names will go into drawing and we're going to draw. So I'm not going to tell you what the prizes are yet, but they're pretty cool. So
have you ever worn overalls?
Have I ever worn overalls? Yeah.
I love overalls.
You should wear them all the time. They look good on you. Are your hands warm in there?
They are. I like it's comfy.
You're supposed to have your thumbs in there. That's what you're supposed to. Yeah.
No, I love overalls.
You should have been a farmer.
Well, I was supposed to be a farmer, and then that got changed. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's a traumatic story that I only talked with my counselor about.
That's for another. That's for another night.
When you wear overalls, you don't have to wear underwear. I'm not saying whether I am or not. I'm just saying you don't have to.
All right. Whatever you say, Dan. Yeah.
Again, that may or may not be beer.
We're talking about All right. So, anyways, so what's going on? What's
Been a
going
long
on in
day.
the
I've
world
had
right
a long
now?
day.
What's big in the world right now?
I
Anything?
walked around the flea market all today.
Did you? What'd you go to the flea market
Yeah.
for?
I was looking for a straw hat for my outfit because Sonny always wore a straw hat or a white or gray hat.
Or a white cowboy hat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never wore black cowboy hats.
You couldn't
know
find
that?
it. You couldn't find a white cowboy
No, I
hat.
couldn't even find a straw hat. There was 2 vendors selling straw hats, and then they looked. No, didn't fit me.
Was it pretty busy that day?
It was packed.
Really?
It was packed. I was impressed.
So
a lot of stolen items. I mean, a lot of resale items.
yeah. Resale stolen. Don't say that kind of stuff. What's wrong with you, man? Jeez. Anyways, so why don't we do some sports scores real quick, because I know football's coming to a wrap.
Speaking of sports, I'm sacrificing not watching the Dodgers World Series to be here.
Oh, wah.
Well, yeah.
I wish I had a little violin noise on the control pad here. I would play that for you.
Best team in baseball.
Yeah, well, it's not going to be over tonight. It'd be different if it was
Doesn't
like win
matter.
or go home tonight.
Doesn't matter. They
Yeah.
need to win.
Everybody has to. You have to forgive Dan for
they're
being a
currently
Dodgers
losing.
fan. You have to forgive Dan for being a
Sucks.
Dodgers fan. It's a
It's the
mental
best
illness.
team in baseball
It's
ever.
a mental illness. Hey, so we should introduce our guest here.
Yeah.
Our guest, Mr. Skelly. That's his nickname,
Yeah?
Skelly.
I thought he was Tubby.
He's definitely not tubby. He's I think our friend here, he's on the new Atkins diet.
Yeah, he must be using those Zempic.
It's the yeah, he's on a Zempic.
He used a little too much. That shot was lofty strong that he took.
Yeah. How you doing there, buddy? Oh, John doesn't move. Yeah, he's on the 0 body fat diet.
Yeah, he's on something.
Yeah.
He's seen better days.
We needed a guest that didn't talk very much.
Yeah.
So he doesn't
Hush up.
cut in on our talking. So
Yeah. Cut in on our talking.
So Dan, you want to cue up some sports scores? You want to talk about some sports from last week for the football?
Okay. Before we went on the air, did you see the score for Liberty Ranch girls?
Yeah, it was 41-0
at halftime.
41-0 at halftime
in their first playoff game.
Liberty Ranch flag football, ladies flag football, 41-0 at halftime.
Yeah.
So good job, ladies.
Yep.
I would say hopefully you can, pull it out a win, but I don't think there's any question they're going to win at 41-0.
Right.
Yeah. On another note, the Galt High ladies flag football actually lost.
Right.
I went to the game the other night, by the way, at Monday night.
Did you?
Yeah, I checked it out. Yeah.
I didn't make it.
It was actually like almost halftime. It was still 0-0, I think. So I was
Mhm.
like, wow, it's a tight game. And then they just fell apart, and they had some interceptions and some things. But
they made
lost.
the playoffs. Second year.
Yeah, exactly.
Second year in existence.
Yeah.
Made the playoffs.
Yeah, it was fun watching that. It's very interesting.
Mhm.
That game, different than regular football.
Right. Yeah.
So, anyways,
that's gonna be good.
So why don't you give us the?
All right, let's get into the boys football.
The boys
football. Last Friday, Liberty Ranch played Rosemont High School. The JV won 26-6, and the varsity won 56-28. I'm gonna have to go and add up I'm gonna have to add up the Liberty Ranch's scores because they're 9-0 already. They're 9-0. One game left, but I'm gonna have to like how many points they've scored this year versus how many they've given up. That'd be an interesting for them. The Galt varsity played Union Mine. Galt played Union Mine. The JV won a close game,
right?
15-14.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so heartbreaking, really. And then the varsity lost 20-60.
Yeah.
But we don't look at the 60 number on that one. We look at the fact that they scored 20 points in a league game. It's
That's
the most
true.
points they've scored in a league game all season.
And you're looking for just any little glimmer of hope.
They've now scored 34 points in league this season, and they have one game left.
Yeah.
Do we want to talk about the next game?
Yeah, we're going to talk about Dairy Bowl.
Yeah.
This is the Galt Super Bowl, folks, the Dairy Bowl.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's no secret that Liberty is heavily favored in the varsity for sure.
Right.
But you know what? It could go either way on the JV.
I think so.
I mean, my hunch is that it's going to be a close game and Liberty might edge them out, but I'm pulling for Galt because that's my alumni, of course. No offense to Liberty, but pulling for Galt. But I just hope it's a good game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I would hope that they would both be good games, but I don't think the varsity is going to be a close game. because Liberty is just got a really phenomenal team and Galt's been struggling. So it's probably going to be, a lopsided score on that. But the JV could pull it out. So let's hope it's a close game. Let's hope it's a good battle.
We had Haley Smith on, athlete from Liberty Ranch High School, phenomenal athlete, right? So I was just the other day she posted something that for volleyball, and I don't know if it's a career. I guess it's over the course of her career, high school career. She has 1,000 digs and 1,000 spikes or something like that, like some phenomenal number.
Yeah,
that's pretty impressive. So not volleyball. I think they're in the playoffs also for Liberty Ranch.
Yeah, there's so many sports, and we apologize we can't put all the sports scores up here. If people would email us, then we could try to put it up. But we have a lot of work we put in before each show, and we try to get as many scores as we possible. And some people send us some scores, and we put them up. But just a reminder, if you guys ever want to send us a score for a local team of any sort, we'd be happy to share it. So send it to us. So what else? Oh, the Galt Junior Warriors. I'll mention them. So on the Junior Warriors, the junior novice team finished the regular season 8-2, and they earned a number 3 seed in the playoffs. So they'll be going up against the number 6 seed Waterford this Saturday, November the 1st at 11 at Warrior Stadium. So if you want to go check out some Pop Warner football, this Saturday, November 1st at 11, the Junior Warriors novice team will be playing in the first playoff game. So what else is going on? So we went to the did you make it down to the Old Town trick or treat thing?
No,
man, it was packed. Every year it was packed. We gave out almost 900 pieces of candy, and we ran out like a half an hour before the event was over. We thought we had enough candy, and we didn't. It's crazy.
Candy prices are expensive this year too.
Oh yeah, no, it's ridiculous.
So for businesses to be giving out candy, it's going to cut into your bottom line.
Yeah, we did a cool. I don't know if Kalen has any. Maybe if Kalen can queue up a photo of the front of the coffee shop. They did like a medieval theme.
I saw that. I saw
a castle and all that. So we'll share that in a minute.
But you didn't dress up.
No, you know what? I had a long day that day, and I went home and I tried to take a little power nap, and I woke up late, and I was like rushing around to get down there.
I was disappointed. I wanted to see. I was watching JT's video, and I wanted to see what the mayor was dressed up as.
I was dressed up as a civilian.
Yeah, well, that doesn't count.
Yeah. I know. I kind of.
The coffee shop looked cool. I saw the blocks or the
castle.
Yeah,
it was King Arthur's castle.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, that I leave all that to Kaylin and her friend. They did a 54-0 was the final score for the Liberty girls flag football.
Nice.
So congrats, girls.
Stunked them.
Yep, congratulations and good luck on your next game.
Yeah.
Want to thank Tony for sending me those scores in real time here. So appreciate that. Anyway, so the Old Town Trick or Treat wasn't an Old Trick or Treat, but if any of you missed it, every year it brings it was literally the street was packed, solid from 4 o'clock all the way to the end, packed. And it's become such a they block the whole street off.
Yeah.
All the way down from like Velvet Grill, all the way up to Brewster's, and then up C to where Spawn's Cookies is. They block all that off.
I think that's great. It's great. It's a great event. It's one of those events that emulates the whole small town Galt thing 100%. That we try to push for and we try to maintain. And, and everybody, I know a lot of people, get upset with growth and stuff, but you can still have growth and still push and try to maintain that small town feel. And these are the type of events that allow you to continue to do that.
Yeah. There's a ton of kids. I was trying to think of some of my favorite costumes, but there's so many good ones. And the families would all dress up too. You'd have like the whole family. You'd have mom and dad and the kids all dressed like theme and everything. It was pretty cool.
Well, I saw a lot of the people that were handing out candy were dressed up, and those are always fun. I always like to look at those videos or those pictures, and because I'm telling you what, people are creative.
Yeah, I like when people come up with not like a store-bought costume,
right?
Like they come up with like a costume that they made from scratch or whatever. That's always I like.
I think during my we're going to get to the pictures, but during my childhood, I think I was probably a hobo, probably 11 out of the 13 years I ever dressed up. I think so.
That's why you like wearing overalls.
Yeah,
because you're a hobo and hobo action. Yeah.
We just take a stick and tie a red bandana on the end of it, and
yeah.
So
we're sharing a photo right now for you viewers of the coffee shop with the little castle kind of thing, and then you can't really see it, but through the window that has a logo on it, that whole room, once it got dark, that whole room was set up like a medieval like kitchen, like with a table with the chalices, and it was like, there's like a crown on the table.
I thought I saw something on the inside when I was looking at those pictures.
Yeah, it was way cool at night. So nice. They did a good job. It's a good job. So it was fun.
Very cool. Very
fun.
Cool.
So if any of you missed the Old Town Trick or Treat, you got to check it out next year. It is really good.
Yeah.
That the spooky.
And not to interrupt you, but you don't have to have a business down there to give out candy.
No, you don't. So if you have a business and you want to trick or treat down there, or you want to give out candy down there, not just go and get candy, they allocate spaces all the way down the street on both sides, and you can set up like a trunk or treat in your car. Or you can set an easy.
I know some of the groups, the Rotary and some of those were down there, and some of the civic groups and stuff. So yeah, it's great.
And then I didn't go to it, but I heard the because we were at the football game.
Mm-hmm.
Dan was announcing, and I went down to hang out and help you. So we missed the spookishly fun movie night that the city put on.
Oh, yeah.
But I heard it was well attended. I heard it was really, really, really busy, and the weather was good. And so I want to thank the city again for doing that every year. So that's like an ongoing.
Who made that arch?
I don't know.
To go into the soccer field there.
I don't know,
because it was up for a couple of days after, and that was really cool to see.
I saw somebody post a picture and they said, "Hey, can we do that like every year?"
That was pretty cool. I like that. Whoever made that, hats off to them.
Yeah. So we're going to share some other stuff that's going on. So we have 2 events that are coming up that have to do with Halloween. One is the Dairy Bowl Trunk or Treat. We mentioned the Dairy Bowl. That's this. It's actually
Thursday.
It's actually Thursday, not Friday.
Thursday.
So it's actually tomorrow.
Yes.
Oh crap! I didn't even realize that tomorrow's the Dairy Bowl. Wow.
Yes.
I think we talked about that. I almost forgot. So Debbie says it's 4-1 LA.
No, it's 4 Toronto, 1 LA.
Oh, ouch. Anyway, so the Dairy Bowl's doing a trunk or treat. I don't know how you get involved in that or whatever, but if you're at the Dairy Bowl, I'm sure you can get some candy, and yeah. So it's tomorrow night. They have a kids 10 and under that are in costume get in free. So if you have a kid, or if you want to be like Dan and you want to act like you're 10 or under, you can get in for free.
Well, I might go as a Warriors fan. So,
You're just as a Warriors fan. Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly. Well, I can't blame you. I mean, you can't announce for the Warriors game and then show up and yeah. So that's the Dairy Bowl Trunk or Treat. And then also too, this isn't, let's go back to the other one. So we have the haunted house at the Ray House. So I told y'all last show, the Ray House is really, I'm not joking. It really is.
Oh, I know.
They had the ghost hunter people come like a few years ago and did their whole, like with all their little electronic devices and whatever. And, I mean, Dan, you said you believe in that stuff.
Well, one of the spirits was saying a name, I think is what we were told.
Oh, that's right.
Annie or something. Like there's a name that they kept saying.
But I think that Dan wasn't able to, Dan trying to ask you the story, and I think he was trying to figure out if that was related to anybody. He was trying to look back to the history of the house and find something. I don't know if he did or didn't remember somebody named Annie, but anyway, so haunted house at the Ray. It's actually on Halloween night, 5 p.m. to 9. So after dark, spooky, it's a spooky house to start with, really. So it's at 204 Oak Street. So on Oak Street, you can't miss it. It's the old Victorian. It's on the west side of the street. Yeah, west side. So check that out on Halloween. And then last, we're going to mention that we have the last Scott Saturday Market coming up on the 1st. Is it the 1st or the 2nd? Well, it's it's the first Saturday.
Yeah, first Saturday.
Yeah, so it'll be down in Old Town like it usually is, and that's the last one of the season.
Yeah.
So
because that's the steak and oyster dinner that night.
Yeah. So I'm not sure if Keelan was sharing the flyers for these events. I think
I really wish this guy would be quiet so we could talk.
I know. Hey, stop already. Just calm down.
Jesus Christ.
We should have given him a microphone. I didn't even think about that.
Well, he's talking enough of him over there without it.
I like your hat there, buddy.
Yeah,
or should I say a partner?
Thank you. Yeah, I'm a ventriloquist. You know, as a ventriloquist?
Yeah. Stop.
No, well, I can probably, you can't see my lips moving.
Yeah. Dan's trying to, it's not working out.
No.
Well, you could talk like this. Be like, what's your name, sir?
And he can say, my name is Mr. Skelly.
Or he could say with a Halloween voice.
That's the good one.
Anyways, that's fun with electronics right there. Anyways, so I want to talk briefly about something that's kind of boring, but I just want to mention it anyways. So I went to a big meeting in Sacramento, and if you're wondering what's going on with my finger, yeah, see this right here? This is, yeah.
What'd you do, Sean?
I was trying to fix something on the motorhome.
Where'd you stick your finger that you shouldn't have stuck your finger?
Was trying to fix the motorhome this afternoon, the steps on the RV, and I was trimming this wire and like an idiot, and my box cutter slipped, and it wasn't even near. I don't cut near my hand, and it slipped, and it was deep too, just right across my finger. Yeah, it was just bleeding everywhere. So frustrating. I hate that. Yeah. Anyways, so I went to this meeting.
That's his story. That's his version of the story. That's okay.
Is there a different version?
There might be. Stick to it. It's fine.
I forgot what I was talking about. Dan keeps interrupting me.
He went to
He
this
does that.
very important meeting in Sacramento.
Oh, that's right. Very important. Yes. So, it was Councilman Pratton and I went
Mhm.
to represent Galt, and it was I call it kind of like a summit, because it was basically all the city leaders, all the mayors of all the cities in Sacramento County were there. All the county representatives, all the board, the county supervisors, all the elected people, the mayor of Sacramento, of course, all the council members. We were all there. There was like 20 of us, and we were all, and then they had like tables full of staff, hundreds of people there in the audience for public comment, and they had screens up, and it was in this big gallery.
Was it at City Hall?
It was at the Galleria at the library downtown on I Street. This is huge, I
saw the video of it. I was wondering where it was.
It's a beautiful room. I was actually a little taken back when I went. I didn't know it was going to be as big to do as that. When I walked in, I'm like, wow. They literally, we did check-in, and then they took me back for a security briefing. So they took me in the back room, and they're like, and it was like plainclothes officers, and they're like, okay, if there's an event or something happens, this is the way you're going to exit the building. This is the evacuation procedure, and he's like, but we're watching everything just to make you. We don't expect anything to happen. We haven't had any threats or whatever, because I guess they just worried the public. I don't know, because there's not many elected leaders in one spot is why they get worried. But they had this whole room with all these monitors watching cameras, and there's all these people sitting on all these monitors, like watching all the surveillance cameras and stuff. I was like, wow, it was a big deal.
Yeah.
So anyways, so it's a good meeting. Basically, the goal of it was to put everybody in one place for the first time, which they're calling it like a historic, historic, which I guess it was historic in that manner, but it put everybody in one place so we can talk about the issue of homelessness. What's not working? What do we need to change? What direction we need to change direction on? What's working? What's not working? We had a bunch of presentations from mental health specialists, law enforcement. Jim Cooper, the sheriff, was there. He made some comments. Our DA, Sacramento DA, he made some comments. Those were just from the city and the county side. Then we had a whole bunch of public comment, obviously. But then we all put our 2 cents in. I put my 2 cents in several times, and we all get to speak.
Did you use the analogy of the river?
I didn't.
Oh,
I
was hoping you would have.
I didn't. I did. I thought it, but it didn't really pose the right opportunity, whatever. But everybody did agree. So, there's a lot of different people there, and we all get different views on stuff, but we all did very much agree that what we're doing right now is not working.
Right.
Okay. We also, I'm trying to think of the things we all agree on. And we also were in agreement that the $418 million, now you did not mishear me, $418 million is what Sacramento County spent trying to combat homelessness just last year. This is 1 year,
Jeez,
right? $418 million. That only 1% of that was used for diversion or prevention.
What is the bulk of that used for?
The bulk of it was,
they show it?
They break it down. The bulk of it, the 34% was the highest percentage of what category, and that was for temporary housing. And
so buying motels and putting people in them, basically.
Temporary, and then permanent housing was underneath that. So if you add up all the percentages that are the same similar category, basically housing was about 50% of the money. Now here's what's crazy. So our DA got up there and made a comment, and he said, and I can't remember the name of the building. I wish I'd looked it up. But there's a building downtown, it was like a hotel or whatever, and they spent a bunch of money to renovate a bunch of the rooms so they could temporarily house people. Well, apparently there's all kinds of crime going on there, and there's calls to service by law enforcement on a daily basis and all that. And so it's just gone off the rails. But they told us, and this is where you look at government and just shake your head and go, what an F, I don't want to cuss on the show, but what an effing mess.
Right.
They spent $600,000 per room to renovate that place. How do you spend $600,000 on one room? I don't even. That's just
the government will find a way to do it.
that's appalling. It was
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah, that's stupid, isn't it?
It's just
It's
stupid.
stupid.
It feels stupid saying it.
Yeah.
Yeah, county money, like, our money. So anyway, so there's agreement on we need to change court. There needs to be more money in prevention. We need to flip that script. We need to, instead of having a housing first. So instead of trying to take care of the problem on the back end, like, oh, somebody's homeless. How do we get them off the street and get them in their house? I mean, that's important, but we need to start focusing on also on the front end. How do we keep people from becoming homeless? And there's obviously, there's mental health discussion. There's drug abuse, drug addiction, whatever. But then there's also the economic side of it, right? And we talked about that. And the economic side of it is that literally there's just no affordable housing. Look, you're a planning commissioner.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You would have really enjoyed that conversation, that part of it, because the word affordable housing is a total BS
It's
word,
bullshit.
right? Yeah, exactly.
Sorry.
Yeah. Nothing's affordable, right? I mean, I don't believe there's a place in Galt you can live unless you're getting subsidized housing of some sort, which that's not even a real big thing. A regular apartment's going to be like $1,500, $1,600, $1,700 if you can find one.
Yeah.
Right. So how do we incentivize developers to build affordable housing? How do you build? Because right now there's probably a ton of people, even in Galt, there could be 20 or 30 people right now that are literally on the verge of like going to be sleeping in their car next month if they can't pay their rent because rent is too expensive. So
one thing that the question that I have put out there, and I continue to ask it, whatever happened to building modular home parks, right? Like there's a stigma of trailer parks, right?
Yeah.
The last trailer park that was built in Galt was built around 1985 or 86. And it's the one that's behind the convalescent hospital over here off of F Street.
Okay? Yeah, Heritage. It's really nice.
And it's a beautiful park.
Yeah.
And that's proof that you can build a modular home park like that. You can build one and you can keep it nice. This is 40 years ago that they built it, but they haven't built anything since, right? Those are affordable for a lot of people.
Yeah.
You look at the ones up there on Pringle and around that area in town, and those are nice too. Those are affordable, right? Those are affordable.
So we talked about, it's like, well, how do we get people how do we have affordable housing so that we can prevent people?
It isn't going to cost $600,000 to put a trailer in a trailer park.
No.
I can tell you that much.
No, exactly. Like you're going to spend $600,000 on rooms in a hotel. You could build people houses. It doesn't make any sense to me. So here's another staggering figure. Just do simple math. $418 million. They've identified 6,600 people in Sac County that are homeless. Now, they do say that number is a little higher. They believe it's closer to 10 because it's hard, because they do point in time counts, but then people will move to a different city and when they get down to like Rancho Cordova, that guy might have just transitioned from Sacramento to Rancho Cordova. So people move around. So it kind of skews the numbers, but let's just call it $7,000. If you divide $418 million by $7,000, that's like 60 some $1,000 a piece. It's just staggering that we spend that much money and we haven't solved the problem.
But you know what part of the problem is, and this comes from working in corrections for 30 years almost. There's, you get a lot of people who are mentally ill. They'll commit a crime. The cops get called. Cops don't have any place else to take them, so they take them to the jail, right? They make them the jail's problem. The jail doesn't give them the treatment they need.
Right.
Or they get tied up in the court system, whatever it is. And while they're in jail, they start to deteriorate. They continue to deteriorate. And then all of a sudden, through the process, the judge might go, we're going to send you to the state hospital for treatment, right? You're obviously mentally ill. There's only 2 state hospitals in California for all of the counties and all of the jails.
Yeah.
Napa State and Atascadero. We don't have enough state hospital beds for people that need it. We don't have enough mental health facilities for people that need it. One of the things that I've always said, and you want to talk, you're talking almost $500 million they spent last year.
Right.
If they would build regional mental health facilities, big ones, and let's say you build one in Sacramento, and Yolo and El Dorado and Placer and all the surrounding counties got in together and all helped to pay for it, and then each one had so many beds allocated for them or whatever. You have to start with that. You have to start with the mental health treatment of a lot of things. And a lot of that mental health treatment also coincides with drug and alcohol abuse.
Yeah.
So, but there has to be treatment,
Right.
of some
No. And
kind.
we talked about all that. It was completely understood all between all of us that we were talking about, the problem is you have people with mental illness and they're being identified as having behavioral health or mental illness, and they're not getting they're not getting the help they need. Another problem is, one person came up, it was, he was a mental health specialist, someone with the county as a doctor so I can't remember his name, but he was saying what happens is they get people into programs that do get into programs and they get them cleaned up and everything. And then they get in transitional housing, right? And then they're looking for permanent housing, and then they get on a wait list. And what happens is they're only allowed to stay in transitional housing for a certain amount of time because they're going to make sure, they got to make room for the next person coming in that's going to be treated or whatever, right? So what happens is in that wait period, that could be a year or 2 years. Some people are waiting 1 or 2 years. They end up back on the street, and then they get back into drugs, and they get back into things. So it's all for naught.
Well,
just all that they did was for nothing.
And that kind of reminds you of like foster homes, right? If you're a kid in a foster home and you turn 18, you're out. You're gone, right? So where do those kids go? Then they become homeless, right? So does that feeding into part of the homeless problem as well? So there's so many different aspects of it that have to be looked at. But yeah, we're sitting here trying to do triage on the back end of it all the time.
Right.
Like, you're falling in the river analogy that you use.
Yeah, the analogy he's talking about is, I would say, I think we used on the show before, is like, instead of just continuing to pull people from the river who are drowning, why don't we go upstream and find out why they're falling in the first place?
Right.
So we know why they're falling in the first place. So we all agreed on these things. We were pretty much all in sync on our feelings about what we need to change. So now we're like, okay, so we did all agree that we want to meet regularly and have staff and start saying, okay, this is what we want to change. This is the direction we want to change course. And this is what we'd like to do more of: more prevention, more of this, more of that, or let's look at something that's not working. How can we tweak that to make it work better? And then give that direction. So we say the what, and then they come up with the how. The staff comes up with the how. Like, how do we execute what these city officials, what these leaders want, right? But we also agreed on one more thing before we get off the subject, is we also agreed that really the big problems, because we're all trying to mitigate homelessness in our own prospective cities and areas on our own, right? We're all doing it different ways.
Elk Grove has a plan. Citrus Heights has a plan.
Folsom has a way they're doing it. Yeah. But what we agreed on is the real problems that are really contributing, which is lack of affordable housing on the front end, right? Behavioral health, drug prevention, all kinds of stuff. Okay, so those are topics that are big ones, right? We can't control those within our own cities or even in our own county. Those are state problems. Those are things that are being controlled by policy decisions or legislation that our state leaders have passed that's making it difficult for us to do it.
And how much has the state spent fighting homelessness over the last 4 years? Billions.
Not 418 million. Billions.
In the last 4 years, wasn't it close to 10 billion or something like that?
It was 117 billion.
Is that what it was? I knew it was some,
So 117 billion dollars. Now here's the thing. We say we need affordable housing, right? Now I'm not saying take that 417 billion and go build a bunch of affordable, like nice apartment complexes that we can build and then charge lower rent, or they're subsidized or whatever. But how about incentivizing a developer to do that? So if the developers don't want to build that kind of stuff, we say, look, we're not going to foot the $30 million it's going to cost to build that apartment complex. Let's just say it's 30 million. It might be more than that, maybe 50. We're not going to foot that entire bill, but we'll incentivize and give you 15 million of that. So we're not asking, so the state or the county or whatever doesn't have to foot the entire bill for building that structure. We can try to subsidize and have them build it. I don't know.
Because part of the problem is when government builds things, it costs 10 times more than it would if you or I built it as a private citizen.
Exactly. And that's why we don't want to have them do it. So anyway, so we're not going to belabor this conversation more. We can pick up this on there. If anybody wants to watch that meeting, I warn you, it's an all-day meeting, but you could skip through it.
Can you go back and watch it?
Yeah, it's on cable TV. It's on Metro channel, Metro cable.
Can I look that up online somewhere?
I was looking at it today. Yeah.
Okay.
Just Google Metro Cable Sacramento, and you can go and it'll have live meetings, and it'll say Sac Metro Cable is what it is. Sac Metro Cable, and it'll say past meetings, and you click on it, and it's like it's the newest one on there right now. It's the city. Yeah.
Do they plan to have another one of these meetings in the future?
So we all agreed that we wanted to do it again. So I think what we're going to do is the staff that put it together is going to come and say, okay, what works. We're thinking probably around the first of the year in January, because we have the holidays coming up. So if we can shoot for January and get back together. So we didn't make any policy decisions. We basically everybody gave their opinions on what was happening, and it was a lot of good input. But what was cool about everybody being in the same room is somebody would say something and go, you know what? I agree. And it was like we were brainstorming.
Mhm.
You know, we were spitballing.
Yeah.
And I think it was good because the first time they've all been in the same room at the same time.
Right.
So, but I sat next to Rick Jennings. You ever heard of Rick Jennings?
Mhm. I've
Rick-
heard of him.
Rick Jennings is a Sacramento County, not Sacramento County. He's a Sacramento City council member. I don't know what district. I can't remember. District 6, maybe. I don't know. Anyways, but I'm talking to him, and apparently he played for the Oakland Raiders.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was a running back, number 33. Rick Jennings. He showed me pictures. He has a Super Bowl ring. He won Super Bowl 11.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty
I
cool.
didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't either. So, anyways,
Is he one of the newer council members?
not brand new, but yeah. So, anyways, but he was it was a really nice gentleman.
So I got a question. So you go up there as the mayor of Galt for this meeting with, mayor of Sacramento and all these. Do you feel sometimes like you're a small fish in a big pond when you're in a group like that?
Oh yeah. Well, so there was one comment that was made that's like, well, if you look at these statistics and these demographics and data, it's like the bulk of the homeless are going to be in Sacramento, proper, right, in the city of Sacramento. So I feel like the bulk of the problem is going to be in that area. So we need to focus, blah blah blah. And then they made mention like, well, there's some smaller municipalities that are represented here. They probably don't have a real big problem with homeless. So blah blah. So when it came to me, you know what I said? I said, you know what? I would like to address the comment that was made earlier. I said I represent the smallest municipality here. We're Galt. Nobody here is as small as Galt.
Right.
We're the smallest city that was represented.
Ileton, maybe.
Ileton wasn't represented
No.
there. So it was the smallest one there. And I said, and we may only have, our point in time count is around 30, give or take.
Right.
But you know what? That 30 is a lot to the people in Galt.
Right.
And the optics that it's a lot is because we're a small town. So
Right.
when you see a tent or somebody sleeping on the street, whatever, it's a big deal.
Well,
right?
When you
It
look at
doesn't need to be-
percentages, when you do the percentages of population versus homeless, it's probably fairly equal in a lot of ways.
So I made that point is like, don't just discount our problem. And I said, I'm very much interested. Galt, I said, I speak on the behalf of Galt. Galt is very much interested in having a seat at this table and being involved in this process going forward, because you know what? It might only be 30 today, but if we're not involved and we
Right.
start getting in front of things, it could be 100 in 2-3 years from now.
Well, the other problem is if we're not involved and Elk
This-
Grove comes up with something,
Decisions
and they
get made that we're excluded on.
well, they make decisions and they end up pushing their people out of their town. Where are they going to come to?
Mhm.
Right. And that's where, then it's going to be 100 or 200 or, there are things that the decisions made elsewhere are the ones
Yeah.
that we have to have a voice in,
And
because
to
they will
talk
affect us.
and one more comment I forgot to mention when we were talking about the affordable housing side, and here's the hypocrisy in the whole thing, is California is like, oh, we need to solve the homeless problem. This is California speaking, right? California also, we need to have more affordable housing for people. But it's also California that passes legislation and new laws
Well,
constantly
Yep.
that says, oh, new houses have to have solar,
Right.
new houses have to have sprinklers, new
Right.
houses have to have this. There's all this
All
there's all
electric.
this Title 24 stuff,
Yep.
right? And what happens is a developer has about $100,000 into a house just in the permits and stuff before the house even gets built.
Right.
$100,000.
Right.
How do you build an affordable house if you have all this red tape that you have to add on
Right.
because California?
Right.
It's ridiculous.
Well, it's happened here. We had a business that wanted to open up, remember, and they had to hook up to the sewer system, and they were faced with a $60,000 bill or $100,000
water.
bill.
We ended up chopping that way down and
Right.
we had an infill program that we put in place. But anyway, so it's just
But things like that happen.
but the state is saying do this, and the state's the same thing with the state saying you need to drive an electric car, and they also say, oh, we're gonna do rolling blackouts in the summer when
Right.
everybody's got their air conditioner. I mean, it's just hypocrisy.
Right.
Anyways, so we won't talk about homeless stuff anymore. But
All right.
anyways, you guys can check it. Anybody wants to check it out, it was a cool show. Or it was a cool meeting, and I think it's very informative. So I want to mention our word. So we're going to give away some stuff tonight. So I want to give everybody the word tonight before we move on to our fun Halloween stuff that we're gonna talk about.
Fandango.
It's not Fandango.
It's not Fandango.
No, sorry,
Oh.
Dan. It's not. No.
Damn it.
So again, I'm going to give you the word. All you have to do is throw the word up in the chat if you're using the chat. If you're not using the chat, you can email it to us, greatamericanlittletown@gmail.com. Just send us your name. I need your name. Say, my name is John Smith, and here's the word. That's all we need. And we'll put you in the drawing. Or you can send us a message through Instagram. Our Instagram page is Great American Little Town. So the word this evening is spooky. So SPOOKY, spooky. So throw that in the chat. Kaylin will be writing down names, and we will if you want to email it to us, if you're not using the chat. And what we're going to be giving away tonight is, let me show you. It's pretty cool. And I know some of you male folk may not get too excited about this, but we have a $25 gift card. We also have, this stuff was donated by L'Haim. It's actually really cool. So any of you men win this, your wives will love it.
Made by L'Haim.
This is all made by hand. Yeah, this is a really cool Halloween bag. It's really cool. It's very intricate.
Yeah.
It's all kinds of Halloween kind of stuff on it. It's very well made, really thick.
I don't know if you can see it through the video, but the quality on this thing is incredible.
Yeah, it's all handmade. And then you want to hold that up, Dan. And then along with that goes with this is
Let go.
Hey, come on, stop it.
Jesus.
He doesn't want to turn loose of it. So this quilt, it's got little bats, it's got pumpkins, all kinds of Halloweenish stuff. It's got little witches hats. Very, very
Candy
well made.
corn.
Yeah, candy corn. This is a cool piece. This is handmade.
Which is still the better candy than Almond Joy.
The ladies at L'Haim made this, so it's really cool. And we have a $25 gift card. So I don't know what the price tag was on this, but I would say it's at least probably a $50, maybe $100 value. There's a price tag on this too, but I don't know what it is. But thank you.
He's cold.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. When you get old, you got to cover your legs.
So just skin and bone.
So great gift for the wife, girlfriend, or if we have females watching who want this. I'm not saying that men don't like bags but I'm just saying. Yeah. Anyways,
I would need 2 of these blankets sewed together though, because that's not quite big enough for me.
Yeah. And we'll also throw in a Great American Little Town podcast sticker and maybe a t-shirt. We only got a few shirts left. So if we have a size that fits you, we'll throw a shirt into. What the heck? So this is a Halloween bundle we got going here. So send us the word spooky. And if you already sent us a picture of your Halloween, we already have your name in. So for those of you that did that. And then we also have a trivia question coming up at the end of the night, and whoever gets that will get an additional entry. So if your name's in there with the spooky word, but you also get the trivia question right, we're going to add your name a second time into the drawing. So it's like, more bonus.
Spooky.
Yeah. So hey, let's talk about Halloween. So what is the history of Halloween? I was going to look it up, and it's called
All Hallows Eve.
All Hallows Eve. And it was like a pagan holiday that was meant to scare. I don't know. I should have looked it up.
That sounds like a trivia question to me.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. Yeah.
Yeah. I failed that part of school.
Yeah. Kaylyn's going to look it up right now. She's going to pull up some AI and she's going to hand it to me and I'm going to read it. But, so let me ask you this, Dan. So at what age it's funny how you get to a certain age where you're like, oh, it's not cool to dress up anymore. I'm too old for that kind of stuff. You're like the cool teenager or whatever. And then when you get to be an adult, you start dressing up again for stuff. What did you ever as a kid stop dressing up at any point? Do you remember what that was?
I'm sure I did. I did. When I was, from the time I was born until I was 13, we lived on Twin Cities. There wasn't a lot of trick-or-treating on Twin Cities.
That's true. Yeah.
So for us to go trick-or-treating when we were kids, it was you get dressed up, you get in the car, and mom and dad would drive us over to the Sponses and then drive us over to the Snows, and then we'd go over to my uncle's houses on Spring.
So you went to specific houses.
Yeah.
All right. So Kaylyn's got the history of Halloween for us. So, and I wish I could. So basically in ancient times, there was a festival that marked the end of harvest, start of a dark half of the year. People lit bonfires and wore costumes to ward off evil spirits. In the 7th and 8th century, Pope Gregory III designated November 1st to honor saints. The night before All Hallows Eve became Halloween. In the 19th century, trick-or-treat started in the Middle Ages with soul cakes for prayers and was inspired by Irish and Scottish immigrants tradition. And then in the 20th century, Halloween is a global holiday with billions spent on costumes and entertainment, celebrate with pastries, movies, attractions, etc. So there you go. That's kind of the brunt of it. But it's fun. It's fun how to look at certain holidays and where they originated and how much they've changed to what they originally were and whatever. Now it's all about movies and and Friday the 13th stuff. And
when I was a kid, mom and dad never let us watch scary movies. And dad took us trick or treat one year, and we went over to his friend's house there in town, and Halloween was playing. And I'm 10 years old, maybe. And dad and him were talking, and I'm sitting in the living room watching Halloween. And it was the scene where they shot Michael Myers off the balcony. Yeah. And they look over the balcony, and he's gone. Oh, that traumatized me. To this day, that traumatized me.
I think when I was a kid, a movie that I went over to stay at some friend's house, and they had HBO. I didn't have that kind of stuff as a kid. And I remember them putting on a movie that really just like was Children of the Corn.
Dude,
I
I
remember-
won't watch it.
I remember-
I've never watched it.
I remember them playing that, and I was like,
No.
I was probably like 8 or 9. I was just like, that's traumatizing when you're that
No.
old.
No.
Yeah. Somebody said missed the Fairsight Halloween parade down C Street and back. I don't remember that.
Yeah.
Interesting. Fairsight parade. Hey, so here's an interesting thing. So Friday the 13th, I wanted to mention this. Here's an interesting, I don't know if anybody is aware of this, but listen closely because this is an interesting story. So everybody's heard Friday the 13th, right? It's bad luck, you know. And now Friday the 13th is somehow associated with like Halloween. I don't know because of the movies. I'm not sure what Friday
I
the
don't know.
13th. Yeah. But Friday the 13th, the origin of Friday the 13th comes from in history, in 1307, the Pope, who was a French pope at the time. Okay. Everybody's heard of the Knights Templar, you know, the Holy Knights, you know, the Templars, right? And the Templars were super wealthy. They had like castles all over Europe. And they, you know, they had like immense wealth. Like they had tons of gold and riches. Like they were pretty much richer than any country at the time. They were very secretive, right? They had their little rituals and they were like holy knights. It was almost like they were like,
Well, they were supposed to be like protectors of the
Grail,
crucible, the Holy Grail.
yeah,
The
yeah.
crucible, and the
So they became so powerful and so secret. They were kind of above the law. They were above the law, right? Well, the Pope didn't like that. The Pope didn't like that. And he's like, you know, I don't like anybody being above, you know, the Pope is the head of the church. And also, I think it was King Louis, I don't know what number King Louis, but the French king, right?
pick an early one.
So he owed the Templars a ton of money for some crusades, or he had to protect him or help him. They went to, you know, they were almost like mercenaries at some point and they had a bunch of money owed. So anyways, so you have a French king who was indebted to the Templars big time. You had a Pope who didn't like the fact that they were so powerful. So they conjured up a story that they were like devil worshippers and that they were so secretive and they were practicing devil worship behind the scenes and they weren't holy. And he basically just denounced them, right? And so they basically just persecuted all the Templars. They hunted all of them down and killed them and burned them at the stake and everything. And the day he signed that proclamation that deemed the Templars as an enemy of the church, whatever, was on Friday the 13th, 1307. That's where it comes from.
Well, you know, I believe, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure November's going to have a Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
Because Sunday's the 1st. No, Saturday's the 1st. No, it won't. I'm off a day.
So we're going to share some
It'll be the
photos.
It'll be the 14th, Friday the 14th.
All right. Well,
So
while
it
you
won't
figure
count.
that out,
Yeah.
we're going to share some
I'm off.
photos.
I'm off
um,
a day. Yeah.
Friday the 13th in February. Not till February. You're way off, man.
Yeah. Friday the 13th, a day before Valentine's Day. That's got to be a good sign.
Yeah. So, anyways, we are going to share some really cool, spooky photos. Yeah,
See?
cue the
That's a
spooky-
Halloween music. I'm not listening to it.
So Dan and I have our own Halloween photos that we've had as kids, and we're going to share some. Some of them aren't really that spooky. They're just kind of fun costumes. So Killen's going to throw some photos up, and then as we throw them up, we'll talk about which ones they are and who it is.
I was trying to find there was one I was trying to find, but look at that classy couple.
Yeah, there we go.
I think that was the first Halloween Jen and I
That's-
were together.
Look at that, Dan. That's Jimmy John. That's Jimmy John.
You know, that's my real hair.
Dude, your wife's hair looks like Elvira. Wait, what's that? Wait, what's that on your chin, man? Is that real? Is
My-
that fake?
my
Like a
chin?
fake?
No, that was fake too. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I like the beer stain on your shirt there. That's all. That's classic.
It's my mustard stain from my hot dogs.
All right. So you got? Is there any other ones? Throw something else up there, Kellen. What else we got? Oh, can't wait to see what's next. Is it you or me? Oh, Kellen's
Uh-oh.
working on it.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah. You know what's cool? When I was a kid, my mom made all my costumes. I didn't buy any store-bought costumes. You know, remember how
I don't think I ever had a
remember
store
the cheesiest costumes they had with the ones they had? It was pretty much like a piece of plastic that looked like
Oh
a
yeah.
suit, and then you had the plastic mask with the little string.
Do you
and
know
that
how
was
much
it.
those costumes go for now?
A lot of money.
Oh, those retro ones like that.
Really?
Those are collectible now. They sell pretty if they're and everything, you know.
Oh yeah, yeah,
We broke the
so-
internet.
yeah. So we have
There you go.
So yeah, they had the cheesy little costumes. I never wore those. My mom would always make like, I would be like, okay, what are you gonna be for Halloween? And my mom, seriously, she was like really creative. I think that's where Kellen basically gets it from.
Probably.
Because Killen makes all her own costumes and stuff. But it was oh, this is another Dan photo.
That's Debbie.
Oh, that's Debbie. Is that your granddaughter or your granddaughter, your niece?
I think that's Debbie's oldest, Cody.
Oh, really? So how old is he now?
I think that's it. 33?
Yeah, we got a couple clowns on the screen. I don't know what this
32. He's 32.
Send us to the picture, Debbie. We appreciate it. All right.
Who's
oh,
that
here we
stud?
go. Hey, who do you think that is? That's me, man.
Look at the hair.
Yeah, I was supposed to be Han Solo in a stormtrooper outfit. Actually,
That's pretty cool.
for those of you Star Wars nerds, let me back up. This is the biker scout. This is not just a regular stormtrooper, but this is like circa 80. I don't know. This
that
is
would have
probably
been the biker ones were during
yeah.
the Ewok
Right.
movie,
So this was from that movie. So
Yeah.
this is like 1986 right here. This is like 1986. I don't remember how old I was in 86. I was probably 12.
Everybody loved the Ewoks.
Yeah. So that's me. My mom made that costume. It's a little cheesy, but hey, you got to
Rubber
remember,
boots.
they didn't make costumes like this though back now. You can
No,
buy
not
like
like that,
legit
right.
stuff. No. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
All right. So what's the next costume? Oh, so this is this is me. This is my robot costume.
Wow.
Hey, I was predicting the future, man. This is a robot, dude.
Oh, I tried sending you something the other day. Did you see that they got
I think we got a robot voice. Here we go. We got a robot voice.
So we can. This is me as a robot in my robot costume.
have you heard about the Neo?
The what?
NEO? It's the first live-in robot helper thing.
Oh, I've heard that
AI.
different companies are coming out with that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
to do your dishes, to
Like,
do your laundry.
does it look like
to
that
do-
though?
Yeah, it's
Hey,
pretty
I
close.
want
It's
this
actually
guy.
pretty close.
Hey, I want this guy tinfoil and all. Look at the whole thing was made with
It's actually
tinfoil.
not bad. It's pretty close. Yeah,
so
you
I
gotta
had,
look up Neo.
so if you look close, I had like a jacket that had like silver sleeves,
I see.
and then
it.
and then we just made like a box with tinfoil and
Jeez.
stuff on
Are
it.
those reflectors? I think those are just like
Hey,
bicycle reflectors.
Hey, big props to my mom for making
No
costumes
kidding.
from scratch. Yeah, that's
How
pretty
did you
cool.
see out of that thing?
She said I didn't. She said I couldn't. She had to walk me around because I couldn't see.
That's where when you fall over.
Uh,
That's one of those ones where when you fall over and you see the kids kicking
they're
their
like-
hands
yeah.
and legs, they can't get up.
all right. Well, next
That's
photo.
funny.
Oh, this is Kaylin.
Aw.
This is Kaylin. She's sitting off screen right now, but this is her when she was a little one. She's a kitty cat. You know, it's funny you
You-
dress as a cat, Kaylin, because Kaylin is like a total cat freak. She has like a ton of cats.
You know, you say that's Kaylin, but boy, does that look like Heather when she was little.
Yeah,
Like you looked like your mom. Holy cow!
yeah, yeah.
Wow.
That's a pretty cool little.
You know, her ears.
I think
that
there was
came
more.
in-
I think there was more to that costume. I think she might have pulled part of it off. Yeah,
she had a bow tie. I see the bow tie.
Yeah, and she had a tail and stuff.
She had similar ears tonight when she got to the
Yeah,
podcast here. She had these
yeah.
Spock ears, even though she's never seen Star Trek, which bothers me. But
Whoa, I know, huh? All right, next picture. Oh, look at this! Look at this! Look at this dashing young lad,
are you wearing leotards?
dude. That's,
Are you wearing?
Do you know who that
Those
is?
are nylons, aren't
That's
they?
hey, that's hey, hey, that's Errol Flynn.
Nice nylons.
For those of you young people don't know who Errol Flynn is, but yeah, I was Robin Hood, man.
Yeah, sure you were.
This is not the Kevin Costner version because this was way before Kevin Costner. This isn't the Russell Crowe. This is the OG Errol
Mhm.
Flynn Robin Hood.
Mm.
Yeah,
It's
look at
some-
that guy.
that's
Hey,
something.
that's handmade right there, man. I even had a bow
That's
and arrow.
pretty
and
impressive, though.
had a
I
bow
will
and arrow and
tell you,
everything.
that's pretty impressive for being a homemade costume.
it was either
I
that
never
or
got
Peter Pan.
costumes like
Oh,
that.
and here's my other one. This was when I was you didn't know if I was Native American, did you? Yeah, look
sure.
at me.
Yeah.
See, this was when before I was a Galt warrior, I was a real warrior. Yeah. See, I'm doing hand signals right now. Yeah.
I wonder. Do you think they actually killed the chicken to make the head piece with all those feathers?
I don't know. But hey, again, handmade. This was a handmade. That vest, everything you see handmade. This was not store bought. We didn't roll like that. That's not how we rolled in our family. So all right, next picture. Oh, there's me again. This is the ending. Yeah. I showed this picture before. Oh, look at this guy. Woo! Woo!
I think
Look
my
at that
I think
hottie.
my sister dressed me that year.
Yeah, that's you?
Yeah.
I thought that was your sister. Oh my god.
Hey, you know what?
Wow.
Girls back then had the same hairstyle, so
Wow.
it could have been.
Whoa. I should have had some cat calls on here. Hey, dude, what's up with those bangs, man?
That's the Dorothy Hamill haircut.
Yeah, I can tell.
Everybody
Oh,
had that haircut.
I like how you're lifting your skirt up to show off your
Hey,
leg.
you know.
He's like, woo, look at this.
You got to get in the spirit, right?
Okay, so just being realistic, man, right?
Yeah.
Just being realistic. Why did you want to dress up as a cheerleader?
I probably didn't. It was probably the only choice I had that year.
Oh man, that's a classic, right?
I can't even. You know what?
If you weren't disqualified from winning for the this would be the winner.
I can't even guarantee that was for Halloween. That might have been for something else.
Oh my god, are you serious right
It
now?
could have been
Oh,
Spirit Day.
yeah, I guess.
Maybe it was
Yeah.
Opposites Day or something.
He's like, it's like, put me in, coach. Yeah, that's funny. All right,
We got more.
we have any more that are us? No more us. All right. Oh, what was? Oh, we have one more we have some more that a customer. I don't want to say customer. Some of our viewers sent in. So send the viewers. Yeah, like comments like the Jetsons. Danny was a cheerleader. His nails were probably painted too. Did you? Matt Ward said, I think Jimmy John and that guy need to get together.
I think that guy was probably Jimmy John's father,
I actually have.
brother and father, maybe at the same time. But
So I don't have it tonight, but I promise you, Matt, remind me next show. I will show you. We had what we called a white, it's very un-PC, but we had a white trash barbecue and I dressed up like you did, like that. I'll have to show it. But so this is Justin Pruitt, I think. Caden Pruitt. Oh, Hayden. Sorry, Hayden Pruitt. This was sent in. Yeah, he's this is a costume from a while back. Yeah.
last roll of toilet paper.
Yeah.
This had to be a COVID thing.
Yeah. Oh,
like-
yeah. You know what? It probably is because it says the last roll.
It looks like
You know,
he's got
remember he
a-
was fighting over the
looks like
TP
he's
and
got
stuff.
a Wonder Bread bag on his head or something.
Oh, what does it say on his shirt though? It says I can't read what it says on his jacket. Something laser.
Contact something.
I don't know. But anyway, it's pretty cool though. Very clever costume. Yeah. So thanks for sending that
Oh.
in.
That's my niece, her husband,
Oh yeah.
and that's gotta be Hazel.
Yeah. So they all dressed up as
Yeah, that's
your
that's my,
brother-in-law.
That's my sister's fiance. Yeah, Rick.
Yeah.
And all Rick ever wears is black shirts with a pocket. That's all he ever wears. He's a farmer.
I can see that.
And so, yeah,
they
the
all,
whole
they all
family,
dressed up.
all of them, my sister, the whole family, all of her kids dressed up.
even the baby, even the
that's
baby.
her other daughter.
Even the baby has a mustache. That's funny. Wow, look, there he is. Look at the mustache. Black shirt. He's got like the shadow going on the face. Oh my god, that's pretty funny.
See, there's Debbie.
Yep, they're all
Yeah.
dressed up as. What did he think about that? Do you think that was funny?
That was hilarious. Yeah,
That's pretty funny.
that
Yeah,
was a good
that
one
looks
because
like
they
that-
surprised him with
It's
that
like
one.
that kid's been eating charcoal.
That's Hazel.
All right, so you know we need.
You
So
got
we're
any
gonna-
more? I said a couple more. Did you
Oh,
get
is there
them?
more? Oh, good. I didn't know there's more. Yeah, having fun with costumes.
But
you-
you know,
Are you nursing that beer or are you gonna?
I'm gonna finish it. Most
Okay.
of these, if it's real beer, most of these costumes.
If it's he said if it's
You
real
notice how
beer.
most of these costumes are not store bought. You
Yeah.
know,
Well, because those aren't the funnest ones are the ones that you just make yourself.
yeah. I gotta show these last two. I got.
Yeah, I got one.
If we
got
can
a couple
show
more
those, I
coming.
got. I definitely.
So
wanna show
what was
those.
your Dan? What was your favorite What was your favorite candy? Trick or treating. What was your favorite to
Reese's.
get? Reese's peanut butter cups.
Reese's or Twix?
Did you get a lot of those though as a
Kit
kid?
Kats. I don't remember. That's Joseph. That's my boy.
That's your son.
Yeah, that's like
Oh
20
my-
years ago.
Oh my god! Yeah, he's got real face now.
Right?
Big old, big old, huge beard now. He looks like It's funny he's dressed as a biker because he looks
Right?
like a biker now.
Yep.
He looks like a real biker nowadays. He's got a massive beard. That's funny.
Yeah, his grandpa on his mom's side, he had a Harley, and so I think they bought the jacket for him when he was born.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it worked out.
Very cool.
That was one of his outfits. There
All
he
right.
is again.
That's Joseph.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. He
Yeah.
went from being a biker to a vampire.
But you know, like a lot of costumes, you see a lot of costumes aren't store bought, or they never used to be. Now there's, I think, maybe
Yeah,
a little
I
bit more
like, I
store-bought
like,
than
I
there
like
used
when
to be, but-
people stuff. It's
Yeah.
it's kind of cool because it's a one-off type thing, you know.
Yeah.
So we're gonna share. We're actually gonna share some vintage photos now. Now look, I did a lot of research today looking at these pictures. There is some freaking freaky people when they did Halloween back in the day, it's creepy, man.
And you're talking like 1900 to 1920,
Yeah,
probably.
in my opinion, these costumes, the way dressed up. Look at this right here. We're throwing these pictures up. Look at that.
Yeah.
What the heck is that right there? Look at what is that on the left? Is that be like a owl or something? I don't even know, man.
You know, it probably was an owl, but that one, they probably were paper mache, maybe.
Oh yeah,
I'm guessing. I mean, that would be
and paper mache
that was a
masks.
big thing back then. Yeah,
Paper mache masks are straight creepy.
right.
Yeah,
Right.
throw another one up, Killen. There's some. Look at this one.
Ooh,
Every one of those kids right there. That's scary.
Right?
Even the kid on the far left that's got the pointy hat.
Yeah.
Just look at the
what's
expression.
wrong with his nose?
I
His
don't
nose looks like it's actually a hole.
I know, like it's gone.
Yeah, the one over here, she looks like she's got 3 mouths.
Oh my
Look at
god!
her chin.
What the hell?
Right?
I don't know. Maybe this has been photoshopped or something.
I don't know, but those.
That's some creepy
let me
costumes,
ask you a question. If you see, I don't have people. Kids don't come to my door and knock. I've lived in the same place for a long, long time, and
Yeah.
we don't get trick or treaters. That's fine because that way I don't have to share my candy. But if those kids,
Did you just say you don't want to share your candy?
I don't have to share my candy that way.
Are you that guy? I sent you that meme the other day. Was that you? Did you see that little video I sent you
Which one?
where the kids are all trick or treat?
Oh,
And that grumpy guy answers the door. He's like, "Get the hell out of here!
Yeah, get out of here.
Get out, you little freeloaders!"
I put a bowl years ago. I put a bowl of candy outside. Came back because I had to go somewhere. Came back like a couple hours later. It was still there. So I thought, well, screw it. But if those kids right there knocked on my door for Halloween, I'd answer the door with a shotgun.
Oh yeah.
Like holy water. I need holy water to throw on them or something.
Yeah, I just want to make sure, Killen, before our chat goes too long, you were getting the names of the people. Okay, that we're saying the spooky word. All right, gotcha. So remind you the word spooky. Spooky is the word tonight. So if you haven't sent to us yet.
Spooky.
All right, what's the next? Cue up the next photo. Now look at this one. What is that? Like
You
those
think
are
that's not photoshopped?
those are definitely paper mache.
Yeah.
I got the. I don't know. It might be Photoshop. I got these from a website that says they're antique photos. I don't know. Go to the next one. I can definitely. There's more.
Oh,
So look at that one. That's just straight weird right there. If some kid came up to my door dressed like that,
Right. I mean, can you imagine? Can you imagine if you had little ones? You're out trick or treating with them, taking them trick or treating,
yeah,
and this creature comes walking up like
this
that?
girl just rolls up.
Like it would terrify the kids.
Yeah, this is some scary stuff, man. They need to bring some of this back.
But-
This is way
but-
better.
Yeah, I mean they were really into Halloween back in. But-
Yeah.
You know, we showed pictures.
Now look at these. Look at they're dressed in overalls, but look at the freaky. Look at the guy on the left in the black. Look at that face.
Yeah,
It's just weird, man. It's weird.
it's got to be paper mache masks. A lot of those back in the day.
Hey,
I'd
but
imagine.
you're right. Costumes, masks that are made from back in the day that are in good condition bring
Right.
a lot of money now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. 'Cause look how creepy they are, though. And look at he's got like 2 fists. He's making fists. That's just weird.
Have you ever seen any photographs of your parents in Halloween costumes
I actually
from
have some.
when they were kids?
Oh, yeah. You know what? I do. And you know what? I forgot to send it to the thing. I'll send it in a second. We'll share it in a moment. But
I have a couple of my dad when he was an adult. They used to have Halloween parties, but I can't share those.
you can't share them. Why?
Well, they're not PC.
Oh, yeah. That's a good reason, I
Yeah.
guess. Yeah.
But they used to have some pretty fun parties. Look at that.
Yeah. That's just.
It's
Look
like
at-
the kid on the right just took some boxing gloves, put some boxing gloves on, and then
Well, it's
took
like-
part of their vacuum and just put on their head or something. Like that's a part of a stovepipe or a vacuum or something like that.
Well, and here.
Like- There's horror movies where
Yeah.
kids have costumes like that in horror movies.
So I was just Killing a photo. She can put, but when we're done with these, you can show it. So, what the crazy thing is, they're just wearing normal clothes, except maybe the person on the right. So people, they're just wearing normal clothes, but it's like the masks.
Yeah, those are their Sunday bests.
But the masks are so creepy that they don't need to do anything else. It's just the mask
Yeah.
is creepy, right? It'd be like if you were wearing just what you're wearing right now, just the overalls and that shirt, and you had one of these creepy ass masks, and you're just walking around.
I'm pretty sure there's been horror movies that have had kids that look like that though, or had people in them that look like that.
Yeah, somebody's done. You should make stuff like this, Kellen. You could make a costume. Look at that one. What the hell is that?
You know, would you take your 7-8-year-old kid out in a costume like any of these?
I don't know.
You know what I mean? You'd give your own kid nightmares for the rest of their lives.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mom, you remember that time I dressed up as that really, really scary thing? Yeah.
Yeah. It's creepy stuff, man. It's actually pretty cool. Look at this one. It's got like spikes coming out. That's just bizarre.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's like got some kind of like voodoo witch headhunter thing on it or something.
Yeah. But look, and it's like, it almost looks like, so this mask doesn't look paper mache. This one almost looks like it's knitted.
You weaved or something,
Yeah.
right? Like a basket or something.
Yeah. And then what are they holding in their hand? Nothing? Is that nothing? Or is it just, I can't, looks
I
like
don't see
something,
anything in the hand,
Yeah.
but
just bizarre stuff.
spikes so you can't get close to kiss it, apparently.
Very bizarre. I don't know how many more of these we have. This might be the last one. Yeah, this is the last one. Anyways, creepy stuff. So what I can say right now is the people back in these days, kids, I think they're killing it compared to the kids nowadays. These costumes are way more creepier than stuff I see nowadays.
I'm telling you, if a kid showed up at my door looking like that, I'd give him the whole bowl. And I'd lock the door and go to sleep.
Yeah. All right. So this is my mom. And this is my
Nice.
mom in 1956. She was 2 years old. No, wait, I'm sorry. Yeah, she was 2 years old. She said she was a cowgirl dressed up for Halloween. Yeah. I'm trying to think if
That's
she looks like
cute.
any of my daughters there. She looks like Christian a little bit. Christian, when she very much looks like my mom. So, but in this
Hmm.
photo, not so much. But yeah, anyway, so this is my mom's. So you asked if I had parents, and there you go.
See,
So,
I don't know if I've ever seen pictures of my dad in any kind of and I don't know, and maybe he didn't go trick or treating. I don't know. I didn't. Never had that conversation.
Jim Hinkie had the best costume,
Yeah.
along with Big Rich. What,
Yeah.
what was the costume?
Well, I'm not sure.
Are you not sure you
Mom
can?
and Dad, when we lived on the farm,
Not sure you can
they used to
share
have,
it.
they used to have Halloween parties in the barns, and I actually have a picture of Jim Hinkie and Big Rich in their costumes, and Jim Hinkie came as an old West lady of the night, to say, like
Oh
this
my
big
God.
fancy gown
That's
thing.
funny.
But he strategically placed something to when he lifted up his skirt.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And so
Oh my
yeah,
God.
it was a great costume. Well, Big Rich is Rich Roberto. That's Gert's dad, and so he came as a flasher. He had the trench coat and boots, and his wife took a nylon and stuffed it and made it look like
Owned.
a male appendage. So together with the two of them,
I get it.
yeah, it was rather interesting.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like those
But
sound like great.
again, those
costumes.
were Halloween
But
parties
they're
that kids did not
PC.
attend.
They're not PC costumes.
Now they had a Halloween party one time. There used to be an old house in between the houses that they lived down on Twin Cities. There was an old house. They were going to get tear it down, and we'd been out trick or treating, and we went by there, and they're like, "Come here, bring him into the Halloween party. Bring me in, right?" And so I go in, and there's a casket in this room, right? Well, there's somebody in the casket, and it was Clayton. He was like Dracula or something like
Oh
that.
my
And as
God.
I got close to it, he jumped up and scared me, and I took off running, and I ran out of that house, across the yard, into Jim's house. I was so
So you know
scared.
what we used to do as teenagers. So when I got to a certain age where we didn't want to dress up anymore, and I don't remember what the age was, maybe it's 15, 16 or something. But what we would do is, because I lived on Fifth Street, and my grandmother's house was pretty creepy. It
Yeah.
was the old, you know the house before they fixed it up and stuff. And what we would do is we would dress up as like a straw man or whatever, and we'd sit on a little chair, like just on the side of the door, and we would sit there and we would just lay over like all this, kind of like this, just like we're just like almost
Like
pretending
your
like
decoration.
we're a decoration, right? And the kids would walk up and they sit there, knock on the door, and then we'd be like, ah, and we'd
Yeah.
like jump up, and we would just do that all night, just scare people.
and that
it was
was
fun.
before you had cell phones and video cameras to record all of it.
Yeah,
Nowadays people do that, but they do it for the likes and the,
yeah,
you know,
we didn't have any of that stuff. It's such a different time then. Before we had all
Yeah.
the technology.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But you know
Sad.
what? You know, one of the best Halloween treats were when you were a kid? We'd go trick or treating in Sponzas, because Sponzas would give out the big chocolate cookies.
Yeah.
The big ones, individually wrapped.
Shout out
That's
to
what you got
Spons
for
Cookies.
Halloween- for
Shout out to
Halloween.
Spons.
Yeah.
One of our sponsors. I forget what their name. It's right here, but on the side of right
Right
here.
here.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of which, we're gonna mention our sponsors real quick.
Yep.
Sorry.
I was wondering.
Yeah.
if you
Shout
could
out
do
to
that.
our sponsors, and then we're getting close to giving away our stuff here. So, just real quick, to our shout out to our sponsors.
Spooky.
Yeah. So Galt, the word spooky, if you don't got it yet. So Galt Chamber of Commerce, Velvet Grill and Creamery, Chandler Gross Group, Frontier Performance Lubricants, River Rock Brewery, Parker Realty, Casey Boyd Insurance, NorCal Spreading, Azevedo Quality Harvesting, Mr. Sean Farrell, Spons Cookie Company, Ward Engineering, aka Jimmy John, Best Western of Galt, Next Generation Barbershop, King Sound Productions, American Paving Systems, Laheim of Galt, Moriscos Las Eslitas, and Electric Hair Studio. So thank you to all you folks for being our sponsors. We appreciate you contributing to our show and making the show possible. And so, folks, if any of those names that you heard, if you know any of these businesses, when you spend money in the community, think of these businesses, because a lot of these businesses don't just support our podcast, they support a lot of things in our community. So
I wonder if that Electric Hair Studio, I wonder if they would help.
Yeah,
Some growth.
she cuts my hair.
Never mind.
I got
Never
more.
mind that
I got more hair. I
I
got more hair than you. My hair doesn't fall out. I've lost a lot of hair, but it doesn't fall out anymore. It doesn't.
none left to fall out. Is that what the problem is?
Hey, people in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. I mean, you're over here, Mister Uncle Fester over here making fun of me.
Hey.
Yeah,
Saved me a lot of money, but not having to pay for haircuts.
yeah, that's true. I agree. All right, so we're getting close to. We're going to do our trivia now, and then we're going to give away our prizes. So our trivia is going to be. So we mentioned the Ray House earlier, the haunted Ray House. So this should be an easy one. We want to make it easy. So this is mainly going to be for you folks in the
Do you have
chat.
the answer? Do you know the answer to this?
Mhm. Yeah.
No.
So, well, I was going to make it more harder, but I'm going to share. I'm going to make the question easy, but then I'm going to give some information that's very kind of funny. But so the Ray House was built in what year? That's the question. What year was the Ray House built in Galt? First person to throw it up in the chat will get their name entered in the drawing as a second entry if you're not already in there already.
I'm going to text you my answer because I don't know it.
Well, you're not eligible to win.
I'm not going to try
So-
and win. That's why I text you my answer,
Yeah.
see if I'm right.
Everybody's got their phones out Googling this right now.
I'm
They're
not
all trying to
Googling
win
I
it.
just want to text you. Let's see.
Yeah. So,
When was it built? Is that the question?
yeah, that's the question. Well, you're going to cheat by looking it up.
I'm
but
not looking it up. I just texted you. That's all I did.
What'd you put? 1896, 1863, 1969. Oh, that's a good guess, Killen. 1969. Oh my God. It's a Victorian house. It's historic to Galt.
That was the
He's
third.
like, no, it's from 1969.
That was the year that it was remodeled for the third time.
Yeah.
That's when they added bathrooms.
Yeah. So basically so here's what Dan Tarnasky sent me. I'm going to get a little information while we're waiting for people to keep posting the numbers up there. Says trick or treat started in the 1920s as a way to keep kids out of mischief. Before that, there were many tricks and pranks in Galt, often involving the front gates of people's homes. The gates were removed and usually hung from a tree. Buggies and wagons were moved to places where owners had to search for them. So people would take buggies and wagons and just park them somewhere else. So people would come out and their buggy or wagon would be. I've attached a couple articles about pranks. Here's some of the Ray House info. The Ray House was built in blank. I'm not going to say it yet because I'm still waiting for you guys to guess. By early Galt pioneer and native of Scotland. He was a native of Scotland. His name was John Goodwilla Ray. His middle name was Goodwilla. Goodwilla. That's weird.
Goodwill.
Yeah.
Goodwill, eh?
Anyways, he came to California in hopes of striking it rich in the gold fields, which everybody did. Not having much luck, he fell back into what he knew best. Interior plaster finishing. His talents could be seen inside the state capitol building in Sacramento. Oh, he did some work in the Capitol. That's cool. John Ray turned his hard work into a swath of farmland in his home. John Ray and his second wife, Catherine, or Kate Ray, raised 4 children in their Galt home: Agnes, Mary Catherine, Alice, Regina, and John Ray Jr. So the Ray House is currently a museum that houses things that Dan has decorated inside, which is pretty cool. And it is located on Oak Street, obviously.
What year was Galt established, Sean?
1869. So I can give you a hint. It's close to that. What did JT say? Dang, Sean, you really dig that up from a guy in Placerville? What, this?
Please.
This is a gold miner right here. Oh, he's talking about me. Oh man, this is my old timey outfit. Don't be a hater. So anyway, all right, Galt was founded in 1869. The date the Ray House built was very close to that. Come on, we'll give you guys like another 30 seconds. Somebody guess it, and then we're gonna go to our drawing. So, anybody want to guess?
I think Jen and I were talking today. We were in town and we were talking about going to the haunted house at the Ray House.
Yeah,
on Friday and
I think I'm
out.
gonna go over there.
I might go check it out. It's free.
Yeah,
it is free event.
I think I will go there. I don't got nothing planned for Halloween.
Yeah,
and the Dairy Bowl's tomorrow, so that'd be the day after, right?
You remember not the Grange Hall, but what was across from Virginia? Oh, the JC Hall. Remember the JC Hall that used to be there? Did you ever go to any of the haunted houses they had?
It's not 1876. It's not 1863. It's very close to 1869. I'm going to tell you that hint one more time.
Did you ever go to any haunted houses in the when they had them at the JC Hall?
No.
They used to have haunted houses there like every year, and they were like the haunted house.
Hey, did you ever? Have you ever been to
went in and they like would grab you and scare you? And yeah,
you ever been to the Preston Castle?
No. Jen's been up there. We
went a couple times. It's pretty creepy.
Yeah.
1868. Ding ding ding. 1868 is the answer.
Really?
Yep. The Ray House was built in 1868, 1 year before Galt was founded. Pretty interesting, huh? It's like it was before Galt was even a town, right? There. Yeah. So congratulations on that. And
did you just hear a scream?
I did hear a scream. We just heard a scream off camera. What the hell was that?
I don't know, but I'm ready to go.
What the hell?
This is the old 417 club.
Yeah.
And you're going to tell me that there's not spirits in this place?
Yeah. All right.
I'm ready to go home.
So we're going to give Kellen a minute to have all the names in the bowl. And we are going to draw for the winner of this cool piece. We have a gift card. We have the quilt handmade. We have this cool Halloween bag, all compliments of L'Chaim. Thank you very much for L'Chaim for donating so generous. And this is all handmade. This wasn't like something that somebody went in the store bought. This is a one-off piece. It's really cool.
Debbie got the right year, but I'm wondering if Dad gave her the answer.
Yeah. All right. We're about to draw. So before I draw, I want to remind everybody that we are on Spotify now. I want to remind everybody to follow our YouTube channel.
Hey,
follow
even the bowl says spooky.
To like and subscribe to our YouTube and also our Instagram page, please.
Yes, like, subscribe, share.
And our next show is going to be on November the 5th, I believe. Yeah, November the 5th. We have a pretty cool guest going to be on. I'm not going to say who it is, but we do have a guest coming on, and I'm looking forward to that show. Should be fun. So definitely try to tune in. All right. So we are going to cue our spooky music. And here's the bowl. I'm going to mix it up a little bit, and I'm going to pick a name. Do you want to pick? He's going to pick.
No, thank you.
He's going to stir it up. All right. So to make sure this is fair, I don't really think I'm cheating here. All right, here we go. Is that one name?
Yeah.
Mr. Harry Winsel.
Hey.
Mr. Harry Winsel's the winner. Harry, your wife's going to love this.
Yeah.
It's very good. So,
that'd make a great trick-or-treating bag, that one right there.
Oh, yeah. So, Harry, if you want to just shoot me an email or a text, you have my number, and we can meet up and get these great items to you, and I'll give you a sticker if you don't already have one. Yes. Thank you again to L'Chaim. This is a really cool item.
These
honestly.
are cool. That bag, I really like that bag.
Yeah.
They're very, very talented down there.
We want to thank our guest for showing up. He didn't say much, but we want to thank, little feller, we should take you out and get you some fixins in that belly of yours. You're looking a little,
he's
looking
like most
thin.
guests, don't talk much.
Yeah. This is by far the easiest guest we ever had on the show.
Yeah.
There was no trouble at all. Didn't really eat much.
Oh, it's like pulling teeth trying to get him to talk.
All right.
You know that I have a real. You do know. I have a real skull, right?
A real. Oh yeah, you got to tell the viewers real quick. You have a real human skull.
Real human skull. Yeah, not this.
And you paid a lot for it, huh?
I paid a lot for it. Yeah.
Yeah. Because you could buy those things, right?
It was a dental. It was a dental piece from a guy who went to dental school at USC back in the 50s, and he used it to like work on the teeth and stuff. So there's like screws and half cut.
Have you ever just looked at it and thought, I wonder who that person was?
Absolutely.
That's weird.
Absolutely.
That's
Yeah.
gotta be super
Yeah.
creepy.
No, I want to. I'd like to take it in and have them like, because they can do measurements on it and tell you whether or not that it was a male or a female.
I'm gonna
or,
go one
or
further.
how old it might be or things like that.
I'm gonna go one further than that.
Yeah.
You could probably get a DNA sample off that, and with the technology we have nowadays, you could probably find who's related to that person. That would be weird.
When I got home,
You're all like this. You're like, hello, sir. My name is Dan. This is gonna sound weird, but I have this box. This is one of your ancestors.
But it was a medical thing. It was medical. What are they? When you
A cadaver.
when you give your body
Yeah.
to science type thing.
Yeah. Anyways,
That's how they used to do things back then.
all right, folks. Well, we're gonna be signing off. Want to remind everybody to tune in to our next show. I want to thank everybody for watching. We especially want to thank our viewers, everybody for tuning in. We want to thank our sponsors, of course.
Maybe I'll take the skull to trick or treating at the Ray
Yeah.
House on 31st and see if it really brings the spirits out.
All right. Well, hope everybody has a great Halloween. Thank you for tuning into our cool little Halloween special. And for all of us at the Great American Little Town podcast, good night.
Boo.